Alright, now we're going to go into the products module, which is where you'll manage all your items, pricing, inventory, and performance. From the left-hand menu, click on Pricebook and access products, but I would suggest going the faster route through the Smart Search. This brings you to your main product screen. Let me quickly walk you through what you're seeing. The top section is actions like import data, summary, add. The summary tab is also interactive, so by clicking on these as well, you will get more insights. In the middle, your search bar and scan bar. On the right side, tools like set columns, compare, action. Bottom, your product list. Right now, we don't see items, but once you start adding, everything shows here. The fastest way to work in the system is using the barcode field. You can scan an item or type the barcode manually. If the item exists, it will show up. If it doesn't, you'll be able to create it right away. When you scan a new barcode, you'll see a new row appear with new record and a plus option. From here, you can quickly add the item. Click on the edit icon. This opens the quick edit screen. Here's what you can manage: UPC barcodes, descriptions, departments, vendors, tax, cost and price, on-hand quantity. You can also enable or disable the item, mark EBT, add it to a label queue, and once it's done, click Save. For minor edits, you don't always have to open Quick Edit. You can directly update things like departments, price, and cost right from the grid. This makes quick updates very efficient. If you're looking for something specific, you can click the filter icon and you can filter it by department, vendor, status, either active or inactive, price, date created, and more. Once applied, only those matching items will show. You will also notice two important toggles. Number one is scan mode. It keeps the cursor active for continuous scanning. And the second one is ask quantity. It prompts you to enter quantity when scanning. Now let's take a look at the action dropdown. You can change item details, change special details, change price, change unit cost, print label sheet, add labels, send to POS, add to queue, update inventory, create invoices, create purchase orders, set or remove tags, remove from menu, item movement, shelf location, retrieve group, send to online group, update Altria entries, or delete. This is especially useful when working with multiple items at once. For each item, click the three dots. You'll see item history, sold receipts, sales summary, item movement, copy, send to POS, print, delete, edit lots, and item overview. This gives you full control and insights for each product. Inside item overview, you can analyze sales versus purchase, performance trends, buying versus selling behavior. This helps you make smarter inventory decisions. You can click on item movement and you will see how inventory has changed over time. You will see sales, adjustments, and movement history. By default, it shows about 6 months of data. You'll also see quick price change on the right. This will allow you to rapidly update prices without opening each item. If you already have your product data, click Import Data and upload a CSV or Excel file, map the fields, and save the template. This is the fastest way to upload large inventories. Whenever you change price or update item details, the system automatically queues it for POS. You can send it instantly or review from alerts and send it later. Let's create add-ons for food items like pizzas, tacos, burgers, or items that include add-ons. On the specific item, click on Edit and go to the Add-on section. Here you can create, add, or clone a group. We will create a new group. Enter the name of the group. The add-on switch should be toggled on as add-on. If it is recommended, then you can switch this. If not, you can leave it off. You can choose to display the price. In selection type, single if the customers are to select only one option, then you can select single. If customers are to choose more add-ons, then select multiple. In max item selections, if you have 4 items in this group and if you enter 1, then you can only select 1 item per order. Max include count. This will allow you to add 2 quantities for each item per order. If you are offering free items with this specific product, then write down 1 or 2 that you are offering or leave it 0. Now we add the items for the add-ons. Head to Add Items. Here you can either scan the barcodes or manually select the items from the filter. In the item type, click the drop-down and select Add-on. Or if you want to include this, then click Included. Select Display Item so it will appear while ringing the item. Once done, save the changes and the add-on will appear as we created, and save that too. In case you want to manage and make changes to bulk quantity items, you won't have to do them one by one. The Action drop-down menu will actually help you do that. Like the first one, change item details. Let's suppose you want to make changes to 2 or 3 items at once. Select the number of items, then click Change Item Details. Over here, you can activate or deactivate the items. Toggle this on if you want to send items to the weighing scale. If it is weighted items like meats or fruits, you can turn this option on. For online items, in case you're running delivery systems like Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub, then by turning this one on, it will be available for online orders as well. EBT, if this applies to the items, you may enable that for EBT. You can also change vendors, departments, tax info, and PLU group. If you want to add it to specials like mix and match, you can add it from here as well. Once you click Save, all the selected items will be updated. To change special details, if you want to run this item on a special, then toggle this on from here. Add the special price, then the start and end date for these specials. If you're looking to have a price change, once you input the price and update, all the selected items will be updated to the price that you input here. By clicking Add to it, we'll add to existing price, and Subtract from will subtract from that amount. The same thing applies to unit cost as well. Print labels. Here you can select the printer like the DPOS Bluetooth printer, and next is the template to choose from. Below you can see the preview it gives as well. Once you click print, it will go directly to your printer. On print label sheets, when you click that, you will see a label sheet of stickers. As you can see, the preview of it is displayed here as well. Once you click print, it will print the labels for the selected items in a sheet. To add to label, if you want to add this to a label queue, you can click Add Label. Once clicked, it automatically goes to your label queue, which you can find in the Alerts section, as you can see it under Pending Labels. If you want to create an invoice for more products, then you can select the desired products and go to Create Invoice. It will give you a drop-down to choose a vendor, and then you can input the invoice number as you desire. Once you click Save, it will create an invoice for you. You can also choose to create a purchase order, so you can select the amount of items and click Create PO by Items. Toggle Use Quantity as Case and click Yes. It will create the purchase order. You can view that by heading over to the purchase order, and here you can see the purchase order has been created for the selected items. Here are some best practices when managing products. Always ensure product details like UPC, price, department, and tax are accurate. Use consistent naming conventions for easier searching and reporting. Regularly review and update product pricing and cost values. Assign the correct department and vendor to maintain proper organization. Use filters and summaries to monitor your product data efficiently. Following these practices helps maintain clean and reliable product data. And also, here are a few tips and tricks to speed up your workflow. Use barcode scanning to quickly find or create products. Use inline editing to update prices or details directly from the table. Scan multiple barcodes at once using the Scan Multiple option. Use filters to quickly locate specific products. These features help save time and improve efficiency. Here is a quick tip on how to update inventory for a specific product directly from the product screen. In the Products tab, start by toggling the As Quantity switch. Next, scan the barcode or manually enter it, or you could even use the filter to find a specific item. Once you press enter, after scanning or inputting the barcode, the system will prompt you to enter quantity. Enter the quantity and click Save. The item's inventory will be instantly updated with the new quantity. This is a quick and easy way to update inventory for individual items without performing a full inventory count. If you run into any issues, here are a few things to check. Ensure all required fields like UPC, price, and departments are filled. Verify that the barcode entered is correct and not duplicated. Check if filters are applied that may be hiding products. Make sure the product is marked as active. Refresh the page if updates are not immediately visible. If these issues continues, please contact support for assistance. Once you get comfortable here, managing your products becomes very quick and efficient. Everything like the pricing, inventory, labels, and tracking happens right here. So now you know all about products. And that is it for the products tutorial. I'll see you guys in our next video.